Cheers. Do you recognize
Uh,
this?
oh, it's a devil fruit.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to. Oh wow,
Don't
we
say
just
my
lost to
But
a
I'm back.
second.
I'm back.
You're back. Welcome to a second video interview with opfandom.com in conjunction with One Piece 2 million fans, the largest One Piece group on Facebook with over 2.2 million members. Wow.
Yes, sir. Come
my
on.
my name is Tony Waldman. It's an honor to welcome our very special guest Grant Ross, who plays Genzo in the One Piece live action. Thanks for being here, Grant. How you doing today?
Dude, I first just want to say thank you for getting in touch with me and involving me and connecting me with so many amazing fans. This journey has been insane. And hello to all of you beautiful, beautiful people out there that connect with One Piece. I know, trust me, how much it means to you because it means as much, if not more, to me. And to be a part of it has been the craziest journey. So, Tony, awesome to meet you. Thank you for having me on board. I am doing amazingly, to be honest. Yeah.
Fantastic. And we are not having lag issues, which is great.
Yes.
um,
10th time lucky.
woohoo! All right.
Yeah.
Where's your pinwheel?
Where's my pinwheel?
Where's your
Oh,
pinwheel,
secret
Genzo?
location.
Secret location.
Secret
Okay,
location.
we'll uncover it in the One Piece fandom
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did try to organize it, but the peeps are like, hey, just,
hmm.
just keep it cool.
Amazing. So I remember we started talking, you and I, before the One Piece live action came out on Twitter, now
Yeah.
X. And I got really excited about casting. I think you were one of the people I posted about in our group. I don't know if you remember any of these interactions. This is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is like, yeah, I guess,
A, a year and a half, maybe,
yeah, something like
maybe
that.
even longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was an exciting time when they were releasing all these castings, and fans were like, photoshopping the actors, with all of like their clothing from the source material,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
and
amazing.
it was great. And I remember even seeing you for the first time in the trailer, and I messaged you. I was like, I see you in the trailer.
Dude, I remember that.
Yeah, right.
That was a moment for me because I didn't see it. I didn't know. The trailer came out and I was sleeping. I woke up, I think it was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I've got a list of messages, and there is Mr. Tony going, dude, you made it. I was like,
Yes,
come on, flex.
yes. And I was so happy to see you in the trailer. And it was funny when we wanted to set up an interview. Um, there was the actor strike was going on, and we weren't quite
Yeah.
sure if we should hold off for an interview. And you said, let me talk to Mihawk. And I love how you were referring to Stephen John Ward,
Yeah, yeah,
as his character. And
yeah.
that actually gave me the idea to actually reach out for him. And Stephen John Ward was
Oh, wow.
the first person I interviewed for this video series. You are the
Yeah.
second, and we are happy to have you here. And thank you for being here. And so, I guess, so how did you get involved in the One Piece live action?
Dude, it's a very interesting story from my side because I actually walked away from acting 4 months prior to the audition.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Um, I'm human like anyone else, and I go through my own struggles and I go through my own things, and I like to be as authentic as possible. And I was going through a season where I had to focus more on my family and the things that were bringing in money and just being a good provider and things like that, you know. Acting was quiet in Cape Town. I was casting, I was doing things, but there wasn't much happening, and I felt to let go because acting is an amazing teacher in itself for anyone that does it. The journey is like a never-ending psychology session.
mm-hmm.
Putting on hats, different characters, and you learn from every character you play and embody. So, in the season that I was going through, I felt like I wanted it too bad, to be honest. And I decided I need to let go. I need to focus somewhere else. I need to kind of reshift my energy. And my wife at the time uh, just said to me, I think this is a great idea. I think anything in life that you want too badly, you tend to push away because you're trying to source from it, find life from it.
Hmm.
So we agreed we're going to let this thing go. And about 3 months in, my agent calls me and says, "Hey, we miss you. Can we please have you back?" And I was like, just
Oh.
not ready to come back. It was a kind of a season of burnout as well. I was doing a lot. I do voiceovers. I'm a personal trainer. I run my own personal training business,
Oh wow.
acting, dubbing for foreign films. So I had, I really needed time to breathe, time to spend with my family, just have a bit of a rest. And a month goes by and they get hold of me again, and I've already turned down 3 One Piece auditions. I didn't know what it was about. In that space
Wow.
of time,
Uh-huh.
can you believe it? Crazy, hey? So my agent was like, listen, my mates in Cape Town were like, what is wrong with you? Like, you need to get involved here. I said, guys, like, you have to understand. Like, if I'm not okay, I can't do anything okay.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. Then I think my first audition, it was very funny. My first kind of my agent phoned me again a month later, and they said, "Right, it's been 4 months. When are you coming back?" And I was like, "All right, show me what you've got. What have you got for me?" And they sent me an audition, and it was like a ridiculous audition with like a one liner or whatever. And I was like, so I walk away for 4 months, and I come back and I get a one liner. Like, come on, guys, And you're sitting there going, like, when's it going to give? When's the break going to happen? Things like that. And my second audition that came through was for One Piece. So I turned the first one down. I said, this isn't for me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
waiting for something else. And One Piece came in, and it was for Genzo. But I didn't know it was One Piece because it was under a code name, Project Panda.
Project Panda, right?
And I'm trying to think now what the character's name was. There was a code name, something with an R. Anyway,
Hmm.
cut a long story short, I phone up a friend and I'm like, hey, this Project Panda audition has come through. Would you mind just putting me on self tape? He was like, absolutely, this is amazing. Let's go for it. I had so much lined up in that day that I think I did the audition within 15 minutes and I threw it away. Like I came in, I'm quite pedantic. I like my auditions to be done very well. I really study my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I still wasn't in my sweet spot energy space where I'm like, Grant is on it. And it's funny when you audition and you try too hard, the camera can pick it up. But when you don't want something and you're almost just like, oh, there it is, boom, you act, you send it out. There's something different about a person that isn't desperate when they audition. So
Mm.
I also did something else with this audition, which I wouldn't usually do. And I mean, for One Piece, most people are like, don't break the rules, stick in the rules. I decided to improv a scene. And it was the scene when Nami walks in and says, listen, you need to pay us the bounty. Well, not the bounty, you need to pay up Arlong wants payment. Do you remember the little treasure box where all the people from Kokoyashi village have to basically give money and
Of
she's
course. Of
building up?
course. Yep.
Yeah. So it was that scene. And I remember my friend saying to me, can you just, in this last take, be 1000% authentic? Like, don't even think about the script or the lines or anything. So I said, sure, let's do it. And the scene was over. But I felt this energy to keep going. And I mean, I changed the scene a bit. I kind of improved and just added dialogue. And I feel that's what nailed things for me. It's almost like they saw a part of me that was very similar to Genzo.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you why. So I think usually, from what I've heard, that the South African actors went through callback after callback after callback. And I sent my stuff in and they were like booked. And I sometimes I sit and I go, how is it that that happened? I think destiny is something that I believe in, but I also sometimes don't. I feel like we do have a hand in creating our own reality, and but I'm a father of two kids,
Mm-hmm.
and Genzo was also a father to Nami, to Najiko,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like there's also a kind of frequency on that. So you can't fake being a dad. It's either on you and you're a dad or you're not, you know? And I do think that I had a very similar look to Genzo. I mean, it's quite amazing actually. It's quite scary. So within that, I think there's a bit of destiny. There's a bit of letting go of stuff and going, I actually don't want to do acting right now. I need to focus where I need to focus, which is interesting because Genzo's the type of guy that would be like community first. And I'm the type
Right.
of guy that's like my household first. So
Mm-hmm.
let's put the acting aside, focus on the kids and the wife, and then without realizing I'm being him, walking into him, and it's almost like channeling Genzo, and it's like Genzo and Grant to meet up at the perfect time.
Wow. You
There
are
it is.
Genzo.
That's pretty, dude, pretty much. And a lot of people said so to me. They were like, "What? This is crazy. Read the script." Like even the way that Genzo dealt with Nami when she stole the treasure book.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? The way he,
Yes. Yes, I do.
the way he corrects her. When I saw the script there, he was like, "You're not a bad person, Nami. You just did a bad thing." He knows how to father the daughter in such a way, even though it's not his real daughter, he's learned
Mm-hmm.
with Balmir how to function and be. Because I think Genzo was hard, he was close, but Balmir was like, hey, Genzo, like, there's more to you. I believe that even though it may not be within the manga or whatever, it's what I felt within that. With my character, with myself, and I could see the way he dealt with it was the same way that I dealt with my kids.
Hmm.
Similarities. So I'm seeing the script and I'm going, this is literally how I speak to. Dude, it was so funny, so weird, so surreal. That's the story of how I
Is
connected.
destiny a real thing?
Right
Today's question on opfandom.com video interview with
there,
Grant Ross.
there we go. Come on.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and I have to talk about the lookalike thing. Because I feel like you were maybe a handful of actors who seem to look exactly like their character. Another one that comes to mind was maybe Craig Fairbrass, who played Chef Zeph.
Insane,
Yeah,
right?
and so you didn't before this. When was the first time you saw Genzo? When you saw Genzo, did something click? Did you say, "Wait, that kind of looks like me," or
So
was there
they
any
said
reaction
you've
to
been
your
booked. Yes, so they said to me, you've been booked for the role of
right,
Genzo.
right?
I can't remember what the name on the script was when I was auditioning. It was an R name, but so I wouldn't have naturally been able to look for Genzo or even do any research for the audition because I was a Dragon Ball Z fan, massive.
Aha.
So BBZ is my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I hear about One Piece, and yeah, we'll go more into that later. But um, when I saw the message come through, I was like, okay, Genzo, let's go do some research. I couldn't believe it. No, no, like I really could not believe it. And when I grew my moustache, which was my own moustache, it was a 45-day growth.
Wow.
Dude, I was blown away. Like, just there's no words to describe. You see it and you go, there's no one else. And I've seen fans post, "Oh, this guy could have played it. This guy could have played it," and there were other actors out there that are brilliant, and they do have similarities. But when this thing came through to me, and fans got hold of a lot of my photos and things, and tweaked it and tried to make me look like Genzo, I was
Right.
like, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah.
Like
It's uncanny.
uncanny,
Um.
man.
Yeah. And I'm. It's great to have like a handful of characters that kind of look exactly like uh the characters they play. But I feel like some fans have an issue with the show not being like a replica of the anime or the manga, and I feel like if you make something a replica, it's not its own thing. It loses, I don't know, it's
And you're right.
something, you know.
It's authenticity as well. And yeah, I think for me, what I've seen with One Piece is Oda Sensei. What he does, this guy was a genius when he made this show. I don't know who he is deeply in his core as a being, but I think he's super spiritual. I think he sees things.
Mm,
I think he understands the world very well. So when he designed this story, I mean, the characters are so diverse, and there is
yes,
the world is incredibly authentic, which means for you to choose a cast that is controlled or inauthentic or not diverse in any way would not be honoring the vision of what he saw anyway. Because I mean, you have a community of people that watch One Piece that, like, regardless of what walk of life they are from, when they love One Piece, man, they love each other. It's like this community is, yes, there might be like arguments about certain things,
sure.
but at the end of the day, it's incredible, man.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm very happy with just the casting in general. I'm all for diverse casting, inclusive casting.
yeah.
But like again, it's fun to have like a handful of people who look exactly like the character, you know, for the show. It's just it's fun.
So,
Um,
super fun, yeah.
yeah. Um, so after the show dropped, I mean, incredible reception. I'm sure very exciting for everyone involved, right? How did it change
Yes.
life for you, and what's been going on since the show came out?
Wow. So I think as a South African actor, we're not often exposed to this much attention, fandom, things like that, and also being a part of a great show. It has helped. I'm not going to lie. It has helped me to book a lot more work. Um,
Hmm.
I think you hit a certain point of success, and I wouldn't say that I've hit the pinnacle. And I think success is different for different people based on their
Absolutely.
perspective.
Hmm.
But I do think that One Piece is it's massive,
Hmm.
and it has definitely helped. I wouldn't say put me on the map, but it's helped me to be seen by more people, the right people. Um, and it's given me a massive confidence boost as well. I had a crazy shift when I was on that set. Um, I believe I'm a good actor, but I
Hmm.
believe that I need to grow. I never ever think that I've got the answer or that I've finished growing. I almost feel like as I grow, I open myself more to go, okay, okay, what now? What now? What now? There's no like I've got it, you know? Um, and the cast, when I met the cast, dude, like I cannot describe to you. I learned so much from Sanji. Not Sanji, from Taz,
From
who
Taz.
played Sanji.
Ah.
Little daredevil, dude. Like crazy, man. Does everything. Whether it's rock climbing, whether it's jumping out of helicopters, whether it's sword fighting, gun fighting. And I remember he was looking on his phone at certain things, and I was like, "Hey, can I see that?" And he's like, "Yeah, check this out." And then I followed him on Instagram, and I saw how he did things. And it's crazy that that interaction with him, man, it was like a spark, and it fired me up. And I was like, okay, I need to go and do certain things. And it expanded me and opened me up to firearm training, shotguns, rifles,
Hmm.
handguns, and practicing and learning that, which then shifted me. And then I booked two movies afterwards because of a little reel that I put together and put out there. So it's amazing the seed that came from that guy. And then Luffy, little, what's his name?
Inaki.
Inaki. What a champ, dude. What a champ. I cannot even tell you. This kid, so humble, so respectful, so kind, willing. I mean, the guy's in the top five for One Piece, and he's asking me for advice. And I'm
Wow.
sitting and I'm going, come on, dude, like who are you? Like what a gem of a being, man. Um, Emily Rudd, dude, special, special, special. Still, calm, chilled, funny. But man, dude, her acting, they're all good.
Mm-hmm.
But acting alongside her, I went, I'm picking her to learn from. And I watched and I watched. And I'm like, no ways. Dude, she does nothing, but she does everything. Special, bro. Very, very still. And that was massive for me to be acting with these guys that I think I came into the show probably like a month or two before we finished shooting. So they had already been shooting for a while. So they were relaxed. They were chilled. I came in with a bit of nerves, um, and it was incredible to feel their energy. Their energy helped me to go, whoa, 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 you're here now. Accept it. You've done the work. You're here. Enjoy, relax, and
Mm-hmm.
now flow with it. There's no need to be nervous. Just amazing, dude. The guy that played Arlong, wow, McKinley
Mm-hmm.
Boucher,
Incredible.
dude, incredible and so giving and so kind, man, and loving, dude. Incredibly, just there was not an ego on set, not a single
That's
ego on
great.
set. Incredible, just so collectively giving, and it was overwhelming. Yeah,
And I feel like that kind of having that environment makes for a better product. You probably had the best show possible because everyone was so cool and egoless, and there was just this great flow and energy going on, right? I mean,
totally. The energy on set felt like this. It felt like you're a cogwheel or like a puzzle piece,
mm-hmm.
um, a part of like a much bigger picture, and it was like everyone had to do their part and then sit back. This was a much bigger thing than just one person, and we could all feel it. We did what we needed to do. We stepped away. I mean, it was it was so special.
That's
I don't know what
amazing.
else to say.
That's
Yeah,
amazing, and great lessons to learn. Like no matter where you are, if you're at the bottom, or if you're Meryl Streep or Jack Nicholson, you can always learn. You can always learn something. You can always learn from someone else,
totally.
no matter where you are in life.
That's it.
On your
That's it.
deathbed, you could learn something, right?
Dude, anywhere.
Right.
And that's I truly believe success is a teacher
Mm-hmm.
as well as failure. People always talk about failure being a teacher, but success is because you're like, I want this, I want this, I want this, and then you arrive at it and you go, oh my gosh, here it is. Now what? And then you look into yourself, you see yourself, your triggers are hit, whatever they might be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone enters into that door very easily. So yeah, you have to be aware and you have to be humble and switched on and have the ability to go, okay, cool. I could make a mistake and that's okay.
Of course.
This could be brilliant and that's okay. And to be whole and full within that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, even in the sports field, I mean, you look at people like Michael Jordan. You know, how many games has he played bad, or how many shots has he missed, and he's still like, you know,
totally.
cream of the crop. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Cream in the crop.
yeah. Um, all right. Um, oh yeah. So we were talking about Genzo being a father figure to Nami, and I don't know if you've noticed, but there's some differences between Genzo and the original story and the live action. Genzo seems to be more of a father figure for Nami in the source material. Did you? I mean, he's still a father figure for
Yeah,
Nami in the live action, but like
yeah,
they in the live action they kind of took the pinwheel off of his hat, and it's more of something that she created out of like orange peels with her mother growing up. Um, but and also like yeah, in the source material, like the pinwheel is all about Genzo,
yeah,
and and then that kind of pinwheel design becomes part of her tattoo. So in the source material, the tattoo is kind of Genzo and Belmir together. I
yeah.
don't, yeah. And I guess while I was watching the live action, that didn't even occur to me. Like I was just looking up stuff today and doing research.
Yeah.
But like I guess it doesn't bother me that much. But I was wondering how you felt about that. If taking
No, I
changing
do.
that up. Yeah.
So I do have strong feelings about it in a very respectful and honoring way.
Hmm.
I loved the animation so much, uh, and I got so excited to be a part of. There were many special scenes between Genzo and Nami where he says to her, "You fought enough," and he pulls her in and hugs her, and she just bawls.
Hmm.
And he's like, "It's our turn now." And the way it's done in the manga is
Yeah.
incredibly, man, I was bawling.
Right. I almost
Um,
forgot about those scenes, and went back and I was like,
there's a,
oh wow,
yeah,
there's some scenes left out, but the Arlong story is fantastic in the live action. Anyway, continue.
no, no, no. So the thing I've realized is they're compressing many episodes into 8
They have to
episodes.
condense it. Yep.
And we've got to also trust and know that the writers, the producers, the director, they're connecting with Oda Sensei. They know what they're doing, and we have to trust that. And I mean, as much as you want to honor the fans, which I fully understand,
Hmm.
I think in a perfect world you would get all those scenes, but it's not like that, and I don't think we can ever make everyone happy.
Right.
I would have loved to have seen a bit more of Genzo, and I've spoken to a lot of the fans, and
Agreed.
they've said exactly the same thing. They said,
Hmm.
"Wow, man, we loved you. The way you portrayed it, everything was amazing. We would have loved to have seen the scene where he says to Luffy, 'Hey, listen, if anything happens to Nami's smile, I'm coming after you.'"
I remember
Beautiful
that.
scene. A scene by the cross with
Hmm.
Balmir,
Yep.
the grave.
I remember that
Also
scene. I
super
remember that
special,
scene.
man. Um, there's so many funny moments also between Balmir and Genzo,
Hmm.
and yeah. So I sometimes this is what I think. Sometimes I think to myself, maybe those 3 or 4 months they were like, we can't find Genzo, and I'm sitting going, oh, I'm busy finding myself. I'm busy. I don't want to act anymore. And they're like, where's our Genzo? And they had to rewrite stuff. Who knows? I sometimes go, maybe I
Yeah.
was the problem.
Oh,
Whether that's true or not, you know what?
right.
Like sometimes I realize like we can't control things, and
Of
things
course.
are created and designed as they needed to be. And look at where the show's at. It was, I
Exactly.
think, #1 in 84 countries and special. Like the messages and the phone calls I got from people and fellow actors in Cape Town that weren't a part of it, they just said, dude, wow, well done. This is fantasy and adventure on another level.
Hmm. It's like
On another level.
it's the new Goonies. I don't know.
Dude, come on, right? Do you remember the
Yeah.
Goonies?
Yeah.
My favorite show as a kid, man. Yo, I must have watched that thing 1,000 times over, played all the
Hmm.
games,
Truffle
loved it.
Shuffle. Can you do the Truffle Shuffle for us? Is that what it's
What's
called?
it? Oh, I don't even remember. What is it?
Where
Teach it to me. I'll do it. The trouble,
Chunk
trouble.
Chunk what's that kid's name? The little kid who's big and he eats pizza at the end of the
Oh,
movie. I don't know. He does
so I
something with
haven't.
his he does something with his stomach. I have to rewatch it.
No, no, I would have to rewatch it
Yeah.
as well. But I
Yeah.
remember the games and stuff. I was trying to clock the
Yeah.
games like when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it in ages. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the One Piece live action kind of like in some ways maybe pays homage to movies like that and TV shows like that have like this spirit of adventure and imagination and
Yeah.
yeah, I got definitely got to revisit that movie. Um, so Genzo can be a very intense character at times, and so for you to get into that mode, get into that character, um, do you draw from certain experiences? Are you emulating someone else, emulating a combination of people? I'm talking about like the really intense scenes.
I mean,
I mean, you touched on
to
that a
be
little bit
honest with
before, but yeah.
yes. So for me, the way that I got into character for Genzo, it wasn't that difficult, I'll be honest with you.
Hmm.
Just because I am a father and I do understand the feeling of love for my children,
Hmm.
um, and also the scenes that are given to you, they're like, here's the scenes, and this is part of the process. You as an actor aren't able to change a lot of dialogue. You can request that, and you can say, "Why this? Can we do this? What about it?" But there is a structure, and they found their structure, and this is it. And you need to take that and portray Genzo in the best way possible, and they're trusting you with the script that they've given you. So I don't have much ability to shift and change things there, but um, with what I was given, I would read the script, I would see the interaction, and then this sounds weird.
Hmm.
I love to meditate and I love to close my eyes and sit and envision the scenes, and I feel the vibration of the interaction. And I will take it into 10 different, maybe it's more than that, but I take it into 10 different timelines, in the sense of, if I make this choice to say it this way, it would look like this. Would that suit what I understand about the story of Genzo and Nami and Balmir? Let me take it down this channel. And I play with things like that. And then I'll take three out of those large group, and then I'll sit with them and go, what is feeling? And then I'll let go. So that's like my homework. I go onto set, and because I already understand the frequency of dad, father, I then experience the energy and the frequency coming from the actress that I'm acting with. So with Balmir, it was Jenna, who's a good friend of mine, and I'm very good friends with her husband.
Hmm.
Jenna played Balmir, and then also Emily. So I'll sense where they are as people, connect with them, meet them, feel, and then through the rehearsal and being on set and doing take one, take two, I also sense and feel what is needed in the current atmosphere and environment. You cannot at all, as an actor, go into a space with a method in your head.
Hmm.
The only way I can describe it is you do your homework back home, and you go on set, and now you go, what have I got to play with? And then it's the only way I can describe it, Tony, is like it's like Genzo comes up and out of you, and now you channeling Genzo as opposed to trying to act and be him. He's like, this is the
Hmm.
strangest thing, is like, I feel like Genzo was actually a real person in real life, and his spirit was tangible, and I could
Hmm.
connect and experience the being of who he was. I know it's a
Wow.
little bit out there,
No, I like
but
it. I
that
like that.
is, yeah. So that's kind of how that's my process. The voice of Genzo and the choice of American for Genzo
Hmm.
uh, came from a lot of inspiration from voice actors who had played Genzo in Japanese, in British, in American. I'd found different, and I'd listened to their choices, and based on their choices, I asked why. And I sat for a while questioning, why did they do that? Why did they do that? I found some voice actors went, spoke like this, and other ones had a lighter tone. And I was like, why did he go lighter tone when the image, he looks like he's an older dude? Like,
Hmm.
so I would, and then I was like, I need to find a specific voice for the flashback for Genzo when he's talking to Nami when she steals the treasure book, because he's 10 years younger.
Hmm.
Then
Yes.
10 years later, I need to have a bit of a more gravitas, gravel kind of a sound. So I had a lighter sound, younger Genzo, and a more like rough. All we've been around all along. We are oppressed. We are tired, hungry. His voice he talks like
Hmm.
this. It's more
Batman.
struggle.
Batman. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
Batman. Exactly. No, but dude,
Yeah.
Batman was the inspiration, because I really honor actors who don't just read lines or
Hmm.
act, but they take their vocal pattern into it. Because the moment you know who your character is, your voice does change based on trauma,
Hmm.
based on events that have happened. So I take that all in.
Right.
Um, and I've studied a bit of psychology myself. I've been to counselors to work through my own stuff in my life. So I take all of that knowledge and I go, cool. So if Grant is like this, then this character must be like this. Um, it really helps your mind and your will to expand and open up to be able to develop a really layered character. So yeah.
Hmm. Brilliant. And I'm sure you had a great director. I mean, that sometimes, because I'm a voice actor, and I feel like sometimes the a great director is what brings out my best performance. Um,
Okay.
you know,
So I had I don't know how to say his surname properly, but I'll try. Joseph Wadlinka, I think his name is. Yeah, incredible. He was like a monk.
huh?
I cannot describe to you. I've never worked with a director this. I, he's different. I don't want to say he's better. I don't want to have this comparison. Everyone's different. They've got their own talents and ability, but he was very still. And I could feel he emitted trust. And what was great about him was he was very, very encouraging. He would come up to
Mm-hmm.
me after a take and say, "Wow, man, what you are doing, we are loving it. Just tweak this over here."
Mm-hmm.
Great, cool, thank you. Oh, amazing. Right. We've actually got what we need, but we want to give you one or two takes where you just do what you feel. Pull away from the box, go wherever you want to go. That is rare. That is super rare, man. Um,
Giving you that freedom, right? That's so nice.
which unlocked me on set. And I noticed there was a piece that we really needed to put into one of the scenes. And I felt so confident to go, "Hey, I think we actually need to do this and not this." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "When Arlong walks in to Kokoyashi Village, we need Genzo to get up and look and go, what is actually, and whip out that sword. We need to see the release and power of Genzo when he's on his way and Kurubi gets in the way."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh my gosh, we need that." And he's like, "That's brilliant. We're going to shoot it like this." I said, "That wasn't there originally." So the
Oh.
transition, yeah. So I said, we need to have a transition from this moment to and he was like, "Grant, thank you so much. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant." But the way that he dealt with me brought up a cover. It's like a cover. I was like, "Dude, I got you back. Cool. Let's create here. Let's do this." Da, 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 da. And then bang. And it was one of the most amazing moments for me to see that in the live action.
Hmm.
Amazing, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. I got to look up that
Super
director.
special.
Why does that name not sound familiar to me? But I will look him up.
So he's directed Narcos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a few other
Oh
things he's
wow.
done.
Okay.
But he
Okay.
is, yeah, he's phenomenal, man. He's really great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So One Piece has an endless amount of characters. I mean we're over a
Yeah.
thousand episodes, and would you ever would you ever want to play another character in the show if the opportunity arose? Or is
Dude,
that or is
I
that
would,
is that yeah.
I, no, I would love to. I think I would need to figure out. Uh,
I know.
I'd first have to start of watching a bit more One Piece, and see which characters that I would align with.
Right.
And I think also I don't want to just play a character for playing a character if I don't
Of
look
course.
like it. But man, I would say that sounds so weird. Makenyu's character Zoro or Sanji. It would be one of those
Oh.
two. Yeah, just because of the physical aspect as well. But I found Zoro's character very interesting. The stillness, the whole getting lost vibe, um, the samurai sword, the black, all of it. There's something special and very this the self discipline.
Hmm.
on that stuff, as well as the fighting, the kick, the boxing, the kicking. I think it was more kicking with Sanji,
Hmm.
because he was a chef with his hands, creating food, and I love cooking.
Okay.
So yeah, but this guy took it to another level, and his ability to train and to fight, it's. I think the guy went black belt in 6 months.
We're talking about um,
Um,
Taz.
Taz.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, I heard he had like really intense training. Like,
Dude, on set it was crazy, man. Like I would go into the actors like tent, um, and he had 9 foam mats that he lay down on the floor, and he had his dumbbells, and he had his stretching equipment. He had all these different things there, and the guy just would sit for an hour, folded in a stretch, and be on his phone or talking, oh, and he wouldn't leave the stretch in order to be able to kick higher and get his legs straighter and da 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 da. And like, whether it was 2 in the morning or whether it was 9 in the morning, sorry, um,
it's all my
that's my
child.
kids. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Papa Genzo, Papa G needs to go and just, yeah, so anytime, I mean, these guys were so disciplined with their characters and their physical bodies, and their training was just ridiculous. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they've definitely. I've seen Taz post a lot of stuff about his training, and it's really wild. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so maybe you can play Genzo as Sanji or Genzo as Zoro in a comedy video you could post on just as an
No,
idea. I don't
exactly.
know. That could be
No, no,
fun. I don't
exactly.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Or do
I mean, I was
yeah
chatting with. I don't know if you've
collaborations.
seen on. No, it's
Hmm.
good.
Hmm.
Um, but there was a kind of a chat between myself and Stephen John Ward, who plays Mihawk,
Hmm.
and we connected on Twitter, now X. Um, we were just chatting about if Genzo had to have like a haki level where he actually hit,
Ah,
he had a haki, and what would happen and what would it be like? And whether his
yes.
pinwheel would actually turn, like his swords would turn into like spinning pinwheels with flames or whatever it was. But I was like, can you imagine that like this thing turns out somewhere Genzo's like, this is what's happened,
Oh
like what would
man,
that be like?
you got to
And
do. You
people
got.
went crazy. They would like, so some of the fans were just designing Haki 1, Haki 2, Haki 3 photos of Genzo going crazy. And I was like, this is brilliant. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
Devil fruit, boom. And he's like, hello, boom.
I mean, these are great ideas, and I hope they come to fruition. But I don't.
Yeah.
Genzo versus Mihawk with Genzo like
I mean,
having three devil fruits
right.
and hockey, and oh my god, that would be amazing to see.
Yeah.
Well, some food for thought.
Yeah.
Um, so, what was the moment you wanted to become an actor? Was there a formative
Wow.
instance
Yeah.
or a formative time? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to go into a sad place, but
Hmm.
it's quite interesting. I was very shy as a kid. I was very quiet, and I didn't like that about myself.
Hmm.
So I didn't have the tools to be able to learn how to speak up and be confident. Um, and so my dad has passed on. He was when I was 20, he passed away. Amazing man. He was an actor, rally car driver, just a great all rounder. My mom is amazing. I love her. She is such a rock. She always has been for me. Um, but they had their own struggles. They had their own stuff, and they did the best that they could with me. And I just didn't. I never got certain tools, and that's totally fine. And I don't hold anything against them. But I felt within myself what I can only describe as you're not whole grow. And you need, and it's like a leading that was within me, acting. And it was a Ryan Reynolds film. I watched a Ryan Reynolds film when I was a kid. I cannot remember the name, but at the end of the film, the credits rolled, and they showed behind the scenes footage of what it's like to be on set with the bloopers and things like that. And
Hmm.
I didn't realize what it looked like. And when they made mistakes, they laughed and they high fived and they gave each other hugs. And this energy came through, and I went, whoa, like shy people are, they've got anxiety, they're fear, they've got fear, they see
Hmm.
the world in a different way. And it's like, how do I break out of this? How do I shift my mindset and change that, you know? Um, and from I think that was where it shifted for me. I decided I'm going to go to acting college in Cape Town. I lived in a small town PE. I came to Cape Town. I studied 3 years at AFTA, and those 3 years were hard. It was I did drama at school as well. It was great, but it was hard because I had to break through. I had to stand in front of people, and then the applause came, and the applause came, and the affirmation came, and it was amazing. But then there was another step, and it was like, you can't find your identity in the affirmation. You can't find your worth and your value in all this applause. Who are you, really? So then it was like, okay, let me go on a journey and figure out who I am. So I went to a counselor. I studied different spiritual gurus. And I sat and realized I need to go within and let go a lot more and have this kind of self identity that is strong, apart from acting, apart from anything. Um, but the acting definitely, it's always been something on my heart that is, there's something about it that is challenging. And I think the makeup of the human psyche, the spirit, the soul, the body, everything I find is, it's a beautiful instrument. And when you learn to play it and play it and its notes well within a script and things like that, I find it very fascinating what you can experience in the present moment when you're in a scene. And it's crazy, man. Like, if I just have one scene in a movie that I absolutely nail and I feel I'm locked in, present, and I forget who I am, and it's like, and it's gold, you walk away and you go, this is why I do this. And yeah, so I definitely think acting was something I was drawn to find healing as well within myself. Give me
Wow.
1 sec, guys. Yes,
Sure.
Boyke, what's up? My son's just asking me something. What's up? Can you open the tuna? Ask mommy, please. Ask mommy, please. Sorry, guys. Mom's on kid patrol today, so sending them off to the mom. Yeah, dude. So that's my story, and as I pursue this thing, I still feel like I'm growing and I'm experiencing newer, more mature versions of myself, which is great. So yeah,
Beautiful. Um,
yeah.
cheers. Do you recognize
Uh,
this?
oh, it's a devil fruit.
Yeah. Whose devil fruit is this?
Would that be Luffy's?
Yes. Very good.
Boom! Come on. Cheers. That's awesome. Where did you get that?
Cheers. Online or something like that. I have
Oh,
a
amazing.
collection of weird One Piece cups. Um,
Awesome.
so you have a convention coming up that you're going to be a guest at. I think you mentioned that, or did it happen already? Oh,
There's my little kid.
it's
Sorry, guys.
Genzo's son.
Do you want to come and say hi to my boys? This
Hey,
is my boy Liam. Say hi.
Liam.
That's Tony
Liam.
Waldman. He's interviewing me for One Piece.
Yeah, your dad rules. It's Genzo's son. Oh, hey.
And
Genzo
that's
has
little
two
Luke.
children. What's
He's
up?
got two
I'm
kids.
I'm in New York. Have you been to the USA before or New York?
No, they
You're
haven't.
always
But
welcome. You're always welcome. Let's come on
hey,
and
say hi, Lucky.
we'll do karaoke. Come to New York. Um,
Awesome.
did they get to see the live action a little bit?
They loved it,
They
dude. They
did. They did. Okay.
absolutely loved it. Yeah, absolutely loved it.
Were they like, Dad never
You
gets
asked me a
that angry?
question.
No, I was kidding.
No, 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 exactly.
Yeah.
Um, they absolutely love One Piece as well.
Hmm.
They beg me.
Oh,
They're
oh,
like,
great.
please, Dad. Yeah, they, dude, it's amazing. The manga is something very special. I think
Hmm.
in the first 7 episodes, I was bawling, and I watched
Hmm.
another 7 episodes bawling, like absolute just.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
the themes in that thing, man. It hits the heart. It opens you, and it's like,
yeah.
wow, what?
Yeah. I've wept many a time because of One Piece.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think your son just did
yeah.
I think your son just one of your children just did a Zorro move.
Did you do a Zoro move? Which one?
He had a knife in the mouth
Are
like
you doing a
Zorro,
Zoro move?
a sword in the mouth like
Did you do?
Zorro.
Did you do a sword in the mouth, Zoro? Show me, show me, show me.
Were you doing that to imitate Zorro? So
That's pretty cool.
you have a convention coming up, or did you already do a
Uh,
convention?
I,
You were supposed to be a guest, right, at a convention.
yeah, so I'm doing a convention. Are you okay with my kids being here? Is that
Yeah.
cool?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Great. Okay, cool.
Are you okay with them? Are you okay with them being in it?
Dude, I love kids and they must crawl all over me. And I just wanted to respect your channel
No,
as
it's
well and
totally
just,
fine.
yeah.
Totally fine. I love it. I work with
Great. Awesome.
children too.
So I'm a guest at a Comic Con in Cape Town
Wonderful.
on Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday next week. Um, yeah, so it's going to be cool. We're doing some signings, some autographs, and we're doing three 30-minute Q&As on stage. And just,
Awesome.
yeah, man,
What
very
other
cool.
are there going to be other One Piece live action actors at this convention?
So there will be, I think there's about 12 of us.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's nice. So you'll have like a
Yeah, it's
nice
great.
panel. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah,
I wish I
yeah.
could
We've
be
got,
there.
I think we've got Axand Morgan, we've got Helmeppo, we've got Black Cat Pirate leader. What is his name? Kuro. We
Oh
have
yeah.
got. I'm trying to think else. Young Mihawk.
Oh, Young Mihawk.
We've got. Yeah, we've got Brashad Mayweather, who played. Was it? Is it Patty, the
Yes,
chef?
Patty. Yes, Patty. Yep.
And
That is awesome.
who else? Yeah, we've got Najiko. We've got. Yeah.
You're
So,
reminding me of people I need to interview.
dude,
I need to reach out to these
really,
people. Yeah.
yeah, do that.
Um,
You're amazing. They would love to as well, hey? The South
yeah. No.
African actors that are on One Piece are
Hmm.
amazing people, and they would love to connect to you. Just reach out, and yeah, very special.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
any final things you'd like to say to the fan base, or any final things, many messages for all of us?
Keep reaching for your dreams. It sounds cliched, but the thing is like, uh, as I said earlier in this interview, I walked away from my dream for 4 months. Not I don't think I did it. I think it was a subconscious walking away of I need to pull away for a time. But within that I realized even more that it is a dream that I need to pursue and keep pursuing. Um, so even at times when it's your darkest time and you feel like your dream isn't happening, don't give up. You don't realize how close you are. But keep growing, keep learning, keep working on yourself. Dreams become reality not by force or demand, but by letting go and asking the right questions within yourself, going within, um, and changing yourself, growing. I find that is where things really happen. Yeah, taking responsibility, man, is a massive thing for me. I realize more and more people want to work with people that take ownership for their lives. Um, Yeah, and One Piece is about dreams, right?
Hmm.
And about trying to find that one piece.
Right.
Uh, Keep searching for that one piece within yourself as a person, and just never give up. Absolutely, just keep growing. That's
Love
that's
it.
what I got to say.
Love it. Thank you,
Yeah,
Grant Ross, a spiritual man, a deep man, a great father, a Grant of all trades.
A grant of all trades. Thank you,
A
Mr.
grant of all
Tony
trades.
Waldman. Come on.
Um, do you and your sons want to sing the One Piece live action theme song with me?
Let's do
Do you
it. I
remember it?
don't think I know the words 100%, but
It's
let's
just the melody. It's just ha ha
just
ha. Bum bum bum
yes.
bum 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 bum. Yes. opfandom.com. Thank you, Grant
Yeah.
Ross. Follow Grant Ross. Check out
That's a lot, guys.
opfandom.com. We'll be on YouTube. This will be on Facebook. We're gonna have an
Come
article
on,
about
come
this.
on.
Grant Ross's kids are gonna go viral.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go. Righty. Oh, there I go
Whoa.
again.
All right. Thank you, Nakama Grant
Peace
Ross.
out, guys.
Peace out.